Well,
We're live, sort of.
we're live. We're just running a little bit late.
We're a little bit late or a little bit early, depending on which part you read.
Yeah, we said we're going to do it at 6 Central. Then we said we're going to do it at 7 Central. So we're splitting the baby.
Oh.
That's a phrase. That's a real thing.
Is it really?
Yeah. Splitting the baby.
All right.
Splitting the difference. Someone, if you watch this later on, I'll Google it, but correct me if I'm wrong. I think splitting the baby is a real thing. So there you go.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway, so it's 6:36. Not quite 7, definitely past 6. We're splitting
the baby.
Yes, we are.
And here we are. We were so excited to meet our friends and our family that join us on this podcast that we couldn't wait.
True. Let's see. See, now we're both in frame. Man, it's almost like I did it on purpose.
You know, we're getting better at this. Now, if we can do it in a timely manner, that would be amazing.
That would be.
Yeah. We're a little tired. Not too tired, but a little bit.
Well, we've had a couple of days to rest up, but I'll tell you what, the first road trip we did how many miles?
58.
Close to 5,700, I think.
Okay.
And then this last one we did
close to 2,700. Is that correct?
Yeah. So we've done over 8,000 miles.
Oh boy.
In 2 trips, 8,000.
And that's not including the one where you came to get me.
In Orlando, but that was July. So I mean that kind of, it counts, but it doesn't count.
Yeah. Well, here's where it counts. You came to pick me up in July. 5 days later, you left and went to Phoenix.
I did.
And then back here.
I did.
And then we went on the road again.
We did.
But oh my God, what a beautiful road trip we had this time. We finally started to do what we have been threatening you guys with since the beginning.
You know what time it is? Countdown. Oops.
Forgot you guys.
And we're back.
Still here.
So, as you were saying, we started to do what we threatened, which was
we did some sightseeing, and we had a lot of fun on this trip. I think I had a lot of fun. If you look at our Road Comics Adventures public Facebook page or any of our Road Comics Adventures pages on any of the social media, Flip made one of my bucket lists sort of happen. I am notorious for saying, oh, I would love to do this, and then I never follow through and I never do it. Is that accurate?
Well,
yes.
From what I've heard, from what I've been told.
Yes, and I'll admit to it. So you can go ahead with this story.
Well, because this is at least an hour-long podcast, I feel like we've got some time to share a backstory. So here's the backstory. Rene is a reality show aficionado. See, I think aficionado is a much better word
than savant.
Savant, which is what she's been called, and
by some reality TV people.
Right, but I think aficionado is.
I think I like that.
Yeah, I think that's just more flattering sounding. Anywho, so she's been a reality show aficionado, and the show that, not the only one, but one of the shows that she started watching. Oh, who's that? Christopher Jackson is watching.
My pilot buddy.
Bring them on camera.
No,
Oh, now I know. That's okay. Never mind. Anyway, so along with many of the other shows that she has been watching over the years, which include Survivor and many of the other ones that you know and maybe love, was a show that started on A&E called Live PD. And what that was, it was a show where they put camera crews in police cars, sheriff's cars, and they would go around and they'd film live policing in a variety of departments around the country. What?
Live.
I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Now I'm premature.
So one of the first, and maybe the first of all the departments that was brought on live PD was in Columbia, South Carolina, the Richland County Sheriff's Department, and they've been on for since
9 years.
9 years. Episode 1, season 1, day 1. Right. After a couple of years, Live PD ended its relationship with A&E, which is where it was housed. In fact, I think you can still watch reruns of Live PD on A&E.
Right.
But they eventually moved to another network called Reels, and they changed the name. The new name is
On Patrol Live.
We have 9
9
departments, 50 camera crew, live on patrol. And Richland County Sheriff's Department also moved to Reels when the show moved to Reels, along with the name change. And so Renee's been watching them for 9 years, and they're wonderful. I mean, again, like all professions, there are people who do their job well, and there's people who don't do their job as well, and that's sort of just life. But pretty consistently, the people in the Richland County Sheriff Department are really good police officers.
They're really good at their jobs. They're really good at being human beings. Addie Perez, one of the deputies on there,
Right.
as well as Danny Brown, another one of the officers on there, are veterans.
Right.
These are really good, top of the line people. Sheriff Leon Lott,
Wonderful
I think
man,
he's
really nice guy.
an amazing person.
And then
Braylon Salmon, young,
but and soft spoken, smart, nice, I mean, he's outgoing in kind of a quiet way, but a great smile. But they're all, I said police officers, law enforcement officers, they're sheriff's department, so law enforcement officers, but they really do their profession proud. And so when Renee had recommended to me that I watch the show also, I was immediately taken with just how professional and how good Richland County Sheriff's Department was.
And let's don't forget Bryce Hughes.
Bryce Hughes, amazing, who recently had a job change within the Sheriff's Department. She went from being a patrol officer
to the public information officer. And if you don't know what that is, the public information officer is basically the face and the voice of the sheriff's office during any kind of anything going on. They don't want the police talking to camera crews and news crews. They
Right, so
only
they-
want the PIO.
they have a spokesperson who has been briefed by the sheriff in this case, so they know what information they can share, what they shouldn't share, and the information they're going to share, how to present it in a way that's factual and digestible, easy to understand. So I mean, it's a real communications. You have to have that kind of a skill set to do well at that job.
Right. And Bryce Hughes has that.
Absolutely. So we reached out. I say we, I mean, the Rene reached out to the Sheriff's Department, and they got back in touch with her prior to this trip. And so we scheduled, they were nice enough to schedule for us an appointment last Wednesday, a week ago Wednesday, which would have been about the 15th or 15th of October.
Right.
So at 2 p.m. So we were heading to North Carolina, so we thought it's an easy stopover into Columbia, South Carolina, which we did. We found a hotel only a couple miles away from the Sheriff's Department.
Funny story.
Go ahead.
We want to get a hotel that's close to the sheriff's office. So Flip pulls into was it kind of a deserted
abandoned parking lot.
Yeah.
That's maybe a half mile away from the Sheriff's Department.
Right. Half mile away from the sheriff's department. I don't see any problems here. He's going through on his phone on the app to book our rooms at the hotel.
I wanted to find one that was in a safe area, but as close to the sheriff's office as possible.
Yeah, let's get to the good part. He's on his phone doing his little app, and I look up and what do I see? I see a Richland County Sheriff's car pull around the driver's side and park pull over in front of us and park over to our right-hand side. And I said, I do believe they are checking out why this car with Indiana tags is lurking around the sheriff's office.
I didn't. Well, you know what? So here's the deal. I thought I was doing a good thing because, as we all know, it's not a good idea to be on your phone while driving. And so I don't, that's just comments.
Okay.
So I don't text when I drive. I don't play on games when I drive. I don't do apps when I drive. So I thought I'll be responsible. I'm going to pull off the road. I'll find us a hotel and then we'll go to the hotel and check in. I didn't know that we were immediately going to get surveilled by a canine unit. So, and
I begged him. I go, well, this is good. We can meet one of the canine officers. Why don't you just get out and go knock on her window? Because it was a female deputy, and you know how much they love that. Well, unfortunately, he's watched a little bit too much live PD with me, and he goes,
not live PD.
Oh, on Patrol Live.
On Patrol Live.
He's watched too much of the show with me, and he knows better than to do that, so I couldn't get him to do it.
Well, what you may not know is that Rene evidently has a longing, a passion, a desire in Louisiana, what you'd say an envie, to see me electrocuted and or tased. I'm not sure exactly why. I'm not sure why, and I'm certainly not happy about it, but she is wildly enthusiastic about me getting tased, which, as it turns out, I could really avoid that happily.
Now, I see people. Who's on our phone?
Mark Allen.
Oh, hey, Mark Allen. You're in Charleston. You're still on your vacation. We came so close to going to Mayberry with you.
We came close.
Lorraine. Who else is up there? We got Jeremiah.
Yep.
Who else?
You mentioned Grady Judd.
Oh, Grady Judd. Yeah. But you know what? We may get to see Grady Judd because guess what we did yesterday?
Well, does it have anything to do with bookings?
It sure does have to do with bookings.
Ah.
Tell them where we are.
Well, we're in Lafayette, Louisiana, and we're very excited
because April 17th,
we're going to
we're going wherever I tell you to, aren't we?
Somewhere in Florida. We're going to Florida.
We're going to Winter Haven.
Winter Haven, to the historic
Ritz
Theater, not a
theater.
The historic Ritz Theater in Winter Haven. 2 words, by the way, 2 words. Winter Haven, Florida.
We've got Flip performing at the theater there. We're really excited about that one. So maybe we should call Grady Judd. Maybe we should start meeting with police departments all over the country.
Well, that would be a good idea. I like that idea.
And yeah, because we obviously need to do something about you.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, because you have issues.
Well, I definitely have issues. Oh, Melissa Stein. Oh my God, I'll be there with Troy.
Oh, Troy is one of the guys I called a dickhead early on in his first shows. He came to some of my shows. They were really big supporters of my comedy show, and he yelled at me, so I called him a dickhead.
Some guys like that.
Melissa will tell you, Troy liked it a lot.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Let's see. We got Diane Sherman.
Diane Sherman.
What did I say?
You remember my friend Bill, right?
Yeah.
Bill from Winter Circle.
Oh my God, I'm almost done reading what she said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Damn. I thought you were going to say Winter Circle.
Well, we'd love to say Winter Circle, but Bill was trying to get us into Polk Theater, but we couldn't work it out. So we're headed to Winter Haven. Diane is Bill's sister.
Well, Diane, I had a chance to talk to Bill several weeks back on our podcast where he was our guest. We've only had very few guests, and he was one of them, and just a delight.
He was actually just a guest.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Wait a minute. Okay, Rebecca Thompson waits.
Yeah, book bag lady.
Have fun, kids.
Oh, we always have a good time. I gotta say, I never thought two people could travel 8,000 miles together without having any problems, and we haven't had any issues.
Well, knock on wood. So far, so good. Oh, that rhymed.
You know why it rhymed?
Because I did it on purpose.
No, because I live with Dr. Seuss. I don't know why every morning you wake up sounding like a Dr. Seuss.
I like alliteration and I like rhyming.
Yeah. But you can't work the timer on YouTube.
Oh, okay, I sort of premature.
Screwed the pooch.
I prematurely counted down. Anywho, so getting back
Oh yeah, back to the
to Richland County. So we met with it's so cool. We met with several of the sheriff's deputies, and then after taking some pictures and talking, we thought it was going to be a quick in and out where they go, thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching the show.
let
Here's
me
a
tell
picture.
you, normally, here's how it goes. Hi, you're fans of the show, thrilled to death. Stand here, smile, hand them your camera. They take a couple of pictures and they go, thanks for coming in. Here's an autograph picture, and away you go.
Right.
That's pretty much how it is.
So we got in there. We waited until the appointed time, and then they brought us into the inner sanctum. Was that a good one? And like not all the sheriff's deputies on the show were able to make it. One, in fact, wanted to make it, and unfortunately was on a call and couldn't. But there were several, and we sat and we just visited for like close to an hour.
Right. It was amazing. It's so, and Flip and I both met a lot of people that I would consider famous people.
Yeah, I would say so.
Bands, comedians,
Other comics, actors, musicians,
a lot of musicians.
Mhm.
And sometimes they're very nice and sometimes they aren't. So you never know what you're going to get. I am so thrilled that Richland County Sheriff's Office presented to be exactly who they are on TV. They were wonderful, top of the line. I was really impressed.
Now, bear in mind, and again, not that this matters, but Rene and I have been in the entertainment business for a good part of our adult lives. For me, my entire adult life. And we, as you mentioned, we've run into a lot of people that have some sort of celebrity. And so I can't say that we're the kind of people that get starstruck from being around someone who is known, well-known, famous, infamous. They're just people. I mean, they're people who do their job. And whether it's a singer, a band, police, and sheriff's department officers who are on TV, they're just people. But what we will say, and I'm probably, I think I interrupted, a lot of times what you see on TV doesn't honestly give an accurate portrait to who these people really are.
They become cartoon characters of themselves.
Yeah, unfortunately. And all these deputies were exactly who they appear to be on TV, very grounded, very down to earth, take their job seriously, are very professional, but also very personable with a nice sense of humor. And they just really exactly who you would think they are if you were ever to watch On Patrol live.
And here's a little something too I want to add in. One of us decided that we wanted to do the Southern thing, which is to take something homemade to the deputies. So one of us made pralines, which is also pronounced pralines in northern circles.
But in the South and also in the French land, it is pralines.
Yeah. Did you notice that nobody seemed to care what they were called once we got there with them? They were like, Addie Perez took that that container of those pralines, and I don't think she let them go until she at least got a couple of them.
She had a pretty strong grip. But the thing of it is, so again,
and they were so nice and so gracious.
They were wonderful. In 1950 or so, and I wasn't even around then, but whatever.
You just stoked in a big fat.
I was around in early 60, but in either case, in the Mayberry RFD Andy Griffith days, you could bring home baked goods and everybody would be thrilled. But in 2025, I worry that people are concerned about accepting things that are homemade from strangers, from people they don't know. And I said, because Rene asked, she goes, what do you think about making pralines?
Especially since we're from Louisiana. What else would we bring?
Which is, going on record as saying, a lovely thought, a really nice idea. I was concerned that them not knowing us, that they would be concerned. But I went on to say, I go, look, that's just my weird quirk, and I'm sure they'll think it's fine. I just worry that in 2025, they may be a little bit, suspicious of getting something unwrapped from strangers.
Here's what was amazing to me. Flip, being the generous man that he is, says to them, she made these. And they're not individually wrapped. So if you're afraid there's poison in them, I'm your food tester. Pick out any one of them you want me to eat, and I'll eat it in front of you so you'll know if it's got poison in it.
Well, I didn't want to say that I'd pick one, because if I picked one, then I would pick the only non-tainted praline. So I said, you can point to anyone in the container. It's sort of like Russian roulette, and I'll prove to you that these are as safe can be. And
the beautiful thing was about it that I'm not sure that you noticed, but 3 out of those 5 deputies looked at you like, touch our praline and somebody's going to get zapped today.
I was making an offer to show that they were pure as the driven snow.
Yeah, they already thought they were pure, and pretty much they wanted your little hands out of it.
So anyway, I don't even know what that was. So after visiting with him for a good long while, and I was worried, I think Rene was as well, that,
we don't want to outstay our welcome.
Yeah, we didn't want to overstay. So we were fixing to say, thank you so much for taking the time. And they go, hang on a second. And then I think Bryce went back and spoke with the sheriff, which we didn't know what she was doing. And then she goes, you got a minute? We're like, yeah. And so she brought us back to the sheriff's office, where we had a nice long chat with him. All the deputies followed as well. So now we're all in the sheriff's office. And it was just a great experience. They could not have been nicer.
A great experience. And let me tell you, if you guys are on Facebook or any of the other social media things, you can look up Richland County Sheriff's Office. You can also look up Sheriff Leon Lott, Lott. I tell you what, he does a lot with the community. He is not sitting in an office. That man is out and about working.
Yeah.
And they just treated us so nicely, and even suggested we could go to the fair, and that's next up on the hit parade.
Yeah, you know what? Neither one of us had been to a state or county fair for years and years, and so we decided to go. Turns out the Rene loves livestock. So we spent a good long while with her at a petting zoo, petting camels and llamas and goats and sheep and
the miniature donkey.
By the way, that's from Shrek.
Oh, the little one would have fit in the car.
Oh, I know. Actually, we got a bigger car, so we had plenty of room. Donkey is from Shrek, which I know you haven't seen.
I haven't seen yet, but I'm sure we will. Is it on our list?
Could be.
Okay.
So
right after the American president.
Ugh. I'm concerned that Rene is going to take a pretend firearm and hold it to my head and force me again a second time to watch the American president. The first time it was that movie you hear so much about. Oh, Pretty Woman.
Did you think I was going to help you out right there?
Couldn't think of the name.
I know. And you didn't think I was going to help you, did? Are you making the cat noises? You kind of look like the camel right there.
What does that mean?
The camel.
No, I know what a camel is, but what does that mean?
That means the way they stick their tongue out like that. You kind of look like the camel. Well,
I got to be honest. I know people love them. I'm not the hugest fan of romantic comedies. I'm just not.
It's not a romantic comedy. It's a political statement.
Which, the American president?
Yes.
I have not yet been tased. All my brain cells are working.
No. Do you remember the part where you go, "Hey, Rene, do you want to manage my career?" Nope. Not one person watching this goes, "He's got all of his brain cells."
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's Chia Woo. Hey, guys.
Hey, Chia Woo. Do you know who Chia Woo is?
I think it's Marla Joe.
It is Marla Joe.
Yeah.
And she's going to try our chili recipe too. It was really good.
Wait, we gave the recipe away? That's my secret recipe.
It's Ritz crackers.
Well, that's not a chili recipe. Oh, I guess it's sort of. No, but I thought you meant like the chili that I made, not the dinner I prepared.
No. How would Flip? You don't know what's in the chili.
I don't. Every batch of everything I make is different because I don't write things down and I just make it up as I go. So
how would we give the recipe?
Well, that's what confused me. You really got to watch Steel Magnolias. Marla Joe, I mean this with all the respect due that comment.
This isn't going to be good for you, Marla. Ixnay.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch Steel Magnolias. Rene might. She may have already. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah, I have seen that one.
I would sooner watch Pretty Woman on a loop. Next, she'll tell me that I should watch The Chicks with the Traveling Pants or whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I don't know what the real names of it is. But I don't even want to watch that one.
I don't know. Anyway, that's a hard and fast no. But thank you for playing.
Who else is on there now?
Oh, Jeremiah. We got Barry Feaster.
Barry Fister.
Fister. Oh,
you were so close, and then you got me. I went to high school with Barry.
I was 0 for 2. I'm so sorry.
Barry's beautiful.
Oh my God, Steel Magnolias. Jeremiah, what does oh my God mean? Yay or nay? Because for me, that's a hard nay. That's a Mr. Ed nay.
And we know it's a hard one because the pills are ready. Oh, I'm firing on all cylinders.
So for those of you who don't know.
Oh God. Wait a second, because I have to break away because I'm gonna put coffee on. Do you want some coffee?
Okay. All
right. I do too.
The Rene is going ahead and making coffee. That's not code for anything. She's just going to be getting coffee. So for those of you who may not know, I had been doing some research and I found out that there is a theory that Viagra can be used for and linked to preventing Alzheimer's and dementia. And if not preventing it, lessening it or lessening the odds of getting it or whatever the case may be. And so after doing a bunch of research, I spoke to my doctor about it. And he said that he thought that was true also. So I have now taken what I refer to as my brain pills for my mental health. The chews came... What? I have no idea what any of that means, Jeremiah. But anyway, so
wait a second. What?
So as it turns out, Costco got a hold of me, let me know it was time to renew my brain pills. So I did that. So that's what Rene.
The chews came, laughing my ass off. Get the
F
out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, the coffee will be ready in a few.
Okay.
I know I'm thirsty.
Are you?
Yeah, and you read it wasn't code for anything.
All right.
But I got to hear you explain about the brain pills.
Please be careful with my cords.
I am.
I got to excuse myself for a second. No, I'm not going to the bathroom.
Really?
Really. Hello, the poopy.
Well, I guess I'm in charge. Now, where did we leave off on the story? Sheriff Lot was great. Oh, then we went to the fair. We did enjoy being at the fair. That was a lot of fun. Then what did we do? Not a whole lot of anything, and it's amazing because he's You did what?
I gotta shut the curtains.
Oh,
I want the curtains open.
oh. All right. He really didn't go to the bathroom.
No,
He knew.
My God. How about making room?
Well, either I have to stay off of your cards or I have to move. Now, which one do you want?
Here, I'll do this.
Apparently, those brain pills aren't working as good as we had hoped.
Well, just be careful with the cords.
I
Oh
was
my
careful.
God.
I'm not sitting on them.
Mhm. Hey, you know, Rene.
Hey, you know, I'm not falling down in the seat. Do you know how hard this is?
I know you're upright, which is
I don't know what I don't know how I get. I started looking at some of those videos and I'm like, holy moly, by the end of it, I'm laying down.
I'm gonna
I
just
am-
walk away. Walk away.
I
Did you know that we don't have a sponsor for our show?
Oh no. No, I didn't know we did. Well, I know we don't have
We don't. But if we did, you know who's today's sponsor would be for this episode?
one. Oh God.
Funnels are us. Yes, for all your funnel needs, we have funnels. It can be used for draining your crankcase. It could be used for a beer bong. It could be used for any number of things. It is funnels are us. This is Road Comics Adventures, episode 23. We think.
Probably.
Brought to you by Funnels Are Us.
If you all only knew why this was so funny.
It also doubles as a French horn.
We're going to talk about this afterwards.
Funnels Are Us. Let's see. Don't Walk Away, Rene. That's a song you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Melissa Stein said Sheriff Taylor. And Hazen. That's in Hazen.
No, Andy Taylor.
Oh, Sheriff Taylor. Yeah. Well, isn't Hazen?
Yeah. Bradford Taylor.
Yeah.
You're right. Hazen, Arkansas, that we watch on Patrol Live.
Do it with me.
On Patrol
Live.
9 departments.
50.
Camera crews. All following
9 departments. On
Patrol
Live. So,
I'm still not over the funnel. You had to go looking for that today. Did you go looking for that?
I did.
Is that what you were sneaking around in there earlier?
I was skulking.
Yeah.
I was skulking about. I was skulking about looking for a funnel. That's true.
So before the funnel, blow it, flip.
Oh, because
Oh,
we
the
mentioned
French
it's like a
horn.
French
Yeah.
horn.
I was like,
Doesn't that look
that's
like,
not the way it works.
doesn't that look like a French horn? Right?
Yeah, I'm not sure it sounds like that. We're back to that camel noise again.
See, I actually put an end on here where you can stop the flow. See, stop the flow. Or you can start the flow.
I'm begging you.
Oh, look, we got flow. So, anywho, had a great time. Yeah, Sheriff Taylor could be Andy Taylor, and
that's right. That's where we were, Hazen, Arkansas. Great guy, actually.
which, if we're ever in or even near Hazen, we're going to try to stop by there because we'd love to meet them.
Actually, there's a lot of places
Yeah.
where we really admire the officers. Daytona Beach, the one officer that's up in North Carolina where he's the chief, the young chief.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go see him.
Yep.
And we're looking at a lot of things, and I would love to see Grady Judd. You know, he helped when I was lobbying the castration of sex offender bill. He helped a lot.
Which,
Great
by the way,
executive.
when she says she lobbied for that bill, she lobbied successfully for that bill.
Thank you.
In how many places?
9 states.
Wow. There you go. There you go. Okay, so after meeting with Richland County Sheriff's Department, after going to the South Carolina State Fair,
You finally took me to Waffle House.
we did go to Waffle House, and that was in South Carolina.
Yeah, that was out right after the state fair.
Yep, we went there. It was a lovely experience. It was everything we hoped it could be and would be. We brought back all kinds of memories of both of us being on the road separately from one another over the many years. And so that was a lovely experience.
And we've been talking about it since we reconnected back in February.
Yeah, so we had breakfast for dinner, which was
Yeah.
very nice. Then we drove the 90-mile drive from Columbia, South Carolina to a suburb of Charlotte, North Carolina in a town called
Monroe,
North Carolina, where there we were scheduled to perform at the Dowd Center Theater.
Oh my God, what a beautiful place. And not only was it beautiful, I do the marketing for you
Yes.
and your show.
You do the booking and the marketing.
So I email all kinds of different theaters to talk about Flip and tell them what we can bring to the table and what we're looking for. And sometimes I get to talk to lovely people, and sometimes they're not so lovely.
Well, again, it's like everything else.
Yeah.
People that do their jobs really well and others that do it less well.
When I called the Dowd Theater the very first time, I talked to a guy named Tim Pappas. Now I'm going to tell you.
Ixnay on the last names.
Okay.
I don't know that it matters. She spoke to a lovely gentleman by the name of Tim.
That's 2 Tims now. One in Toccoa, Georgia.
Yep.
And this guy's name is Tim.
And then there's a Sound and Lights guy in Ocala, Florida.
That's true.
That's the 3rd Tim. There's lots of Tims.
But this Tim was delightful from the first phone conversation. I told Flip when I got off the phone, I go, oh my God, I just made a new friend. And he goes, yeah, I'm really happy for you. Did you get me any shows?
Well, she actually had lovely things to say, and I'm not joking now, about both Tims.
I love my Tims.
But the Tim in Toccoa, Georgia, as well as Tim in Monroe, North Carolina, both really, and again, I didn't meet them or speak to them until we actually got to those respective towns. Gentlemen, friendly, likable, easy to work with.
Out of their way to do whatever the talent needs. See, this is the way it works when you are booking or managing somebody's career. I deal with the business end of it on the front, and Flip shows up to do the shows. That's all he's got to do. And that's a big load to carry. So I try to work with the theaters to make sure that everything is set up so his show can go the way it's supposed to go. And it takes the stress off of him having to do the business stuff 15 minutes before he's walking on stage.
Yeah, no, it's really easy. I show up, everything's the way it's supposed to be. We do a quick sound check, which means I get on the microphone and make sure that the sound is good in the audience as well as good on stage for the volunteers to hear. We discuss whatever sound and light cues that we may use on a particular show, and then I'm done. Then it's just waiting for the people to show up and then doing the show. It's easy.
And the great thing about the Dowd was not only did I love Tim from the beginning, but what did we find out before all was said and done?
Oh.
Tim lived on the same street that we lived on behind the elementary school where he and my children all went to elementary school together. Had no idea until after the show was finished that night.
Now, there was a year or two difference between Tim's age and Renee's kid's age. So they didn't have classes together, but literally went to the same elementary school at the same time.
And we lived on the same street.
Yeah.
In
cool.
Orlando. That was amazing. And here we are in North Carolina. The other amazing thing is you got to meet some of the let's just call them the Rene family.
Oh my gosh, they're actually wonderful people. Renee actually I think met these people in what was it, 2006,
2000,
2012, 11, something like that.
2012 or 13, I believe.
So
Yeah.
this is a family that came to her show. I'm telling the story like I was there. I wasn't. So what I'm going to do,
But he's had to listen to it.
I'm
Well,
going to take a dramatic pause and I'm going to look very, very dramatically at the Rene so she can finish the story. Ready? 3, 2.
well, I was doing a country club in North Carolina called Salem Glen, which is just outside of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Only about an hour and a half. They drove an hour and a half to see our show. Your show.
The show.
The show. Anyway, when they showed up at the country club, they had told them kids were allowed. Now, Jeremiah, Melissa, Marla Joe, Chris Jackson, any of you guys that are watching here know that you probably go, Rene Bray, not a show for kids. But they didn't tell Christy and Rob about that. So they show up with their 3 beautiful children, beautiful family, nice kids. I sit down and talk to them. They go, the kids have heard it. You're not going to say anything they haven't heard before.
Correct me if I'm wrong. When Renee said she sat down with family, she sat down with the parents and the kids to discuss the kind of show she does and to let the parents know that it may not be kid friendly and they should be forewarned. Like, as they said on the Brady Bunch many years ago, caveat emptor.
That's what you interrupted my story for?
Do you know what that means?
Yes, buyer beware.
Let the buyer beware. So she wanted them to know before the show started whether or not.
I did, I could do a pretty dirty show, but this one was going to be cleaner. But I still didn't want to damage little children,
No, I know.
So they have 3 beautiful kids, Riley, Tyler, and JR.
Don't use their last name.
I didn't.
I know.
And their last name's Lingerfeld. I never even said it. They don't care. They love us. They want to be. They're the only people in the world that want to be associated with us.
Right.
They think we can do our own stunts.
Well.
And you know what? Rob tried to sympathize with you. He showed up with a black eye.
But he had like some serious damage. He had required surgery.
Yeah, he had surgery on Sunday, and she goes, "I don't care whether you had surgery or not. We're still going
now, I'm not
to the show on Thursday
I'm
night."
not discussing the surgery because of HIPAA, but I'll say that there was a procedure.
You don't even know how to spell HIPAA. So anyway, I wound up talking to the family, fell absolutely in love with the kids. Through the years, we've all stayed in touch on Facebook, and JR was coming home the next day. He's getting ready to be deployed to Okinawa, Japan. He is a Marine now. This sweet little boy that sat in the audience and told me a joke is a Marine headed to Okinawa. This is a family I'm really proud to know. And not only did they show up, but they brought us stuff. Mrs. Haynes's cookies.
They brought lovely cookies and
our walking sticks that are hand carved by Mr. Haynes.
We did a football mock video of Rene auditioning to be the kicker for the Cleveland Browns.
Yes, Cleveland Browns.
And damaged her knee, and then I was making fun of her damaged knee. And I ended up having a lazy boy lounger dismount injury where I pulled a hamstring. So between her bad knee and my hamstring, Christy and Rob went to this man, evidently very well known, for making approximately $300 a year.
I believe it was 300. Beautiful. Actually, I'm going to bring them over when I go to get our coffee.
Okay.
How is that? And you can show them This is going to be one of my most prized possessions.
Now, clearly, Renee has left the frame, but I don't know if you can hear her. The cookies were absolutely amazing and delicious and wonderful. And these walking sticks are also just, they're beautiful.
And Christy hooked me up with video chatting with the kids. And we're going to stay, you and I are going to stay in touch with the kids.
So
too.
here's the two different sticks, hand carved, signed, sealed, delivered. And actually, I was able to use mine when my leg injury was still kind of flaring up a little bit. So really, really pretty, really, really thoughtful. And they make great display items, and they're actually very functional as well. So there you go. So anyway, we did the show in Monroe, North Carolina, at the Dowd Center Theater. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. There was, first of all, again, we mentioned Tim, who was as nice as he could be. He was almost frustrated with us that we didn't want anything in the green room. We didn't want catering. We didn't want, extra drinks.
See, you have to tell them about what people really do and what you're talking about, because, it's hard for us to imagine some of the crap that people ask for, let alone somebody that hasn't had to deal with that.
So when it comes to entertainment contracts, there's normally at least two parts of the contract. There could be more, but at least two. One is the contract that specifies things like the money that was agreed to, the date and time, the name, the address and name of the theater, possibly hotel accommodations, travel arrangements, all those sort of, and all the technical things that you would need for your show. And then they have what's called a writer. Well, actually, a lot of the tech stuff goes in the writer. And the writer is just sort of the personal needs or wants of the entertainer. So that would include the kind of lighting you want, the kind of microphones you use. So
yeah, but let's get to the real
but
big
then
crap.
Then it's the all the demands that aren't requested but insisted upon that go into the green room.
This is part
the dressing
of
room.
This is part of the contract.
Yeah.
There's an old joke that I've heard on TV about a certain band, and they would only eat green M&Ms.
I actually heard there's a reason for that, by the way. I don't know if you knew that or not.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah. So and I don't know if they only ate green M&Ms or they wanted the green M&Ms out.
One of those.
Right. Supposedly, and this could be urban legend, but what I heard was the reason why they did that is to make sure that the writer was read.
Well, I had kind of heard that.
And I don't know if it's true or not. If it's true, it's still annoying, but I understand that you want to make sure that people don't just get the paperwork and just toss it to the side.
But it's ridiculous what I know. I've traveled with a lot of bands.
Right.
And you walk into the green room and it looks like the Publix deli. They want cheese and fruit plates. They want
deli platters,
vegetable trays. They want beers. They want certain kinds of liquor,
finger sandwiches, like dessert trays. They want, a tub of beer and possibly bottles of liquor. They want like pots of coffee, pots of orange juice, not pots, pitchers of orange juice. In some cases, not kidding, I've heard of entertainers that demand like certain kind of Nike or some other kind of tennis shoes. Have you heard that before? No.
I've heard it before, but nobody I traveled with were.
No, but where they ask for like clothing and hoodies and shoes and this thing and that deal.
And can I tell them what you want?
Yeah, of course.
6 bottles of water, room temperature, preferably.
Yeah, that's it.
2 microphones.
Both handheld. I don't want lapel mics. I don't want a headset. Just 2 handheld mics. They can be corded or cordless. All I care about is the best sound possible. I want
nobody can believe it. They'll go, I'll send it to them because see, once again, this is my job. I'll go and they'll go, what about your writer? And I'll go, all right, I'll send you the writer. So I send them the writer and ours is like this much of a page.
Yeah, less than half a page.
Yeah, and that's a double space because I double spaced it so
it didn't look ridiculous.
So
it didn't look more ridiculous.
Yeah. So I have people going, no, where's the rest of it? I only got the first page.
Or where's the real writer?
Yeah, where's the real one? And I go, that's it. So Mr. Funny Pants here, who doesn't have to deal with the people, go, why don't you put on there that I want a Shetland pony and a kangaroo?
Well, not only were they making fun of us to some degree,
No,
and
to a huge degree.
and they refused to think it could be that simple. I said, if they want complicated, let's give them complicated. So we had our real writer, like double spaced, about half a page. And then at the bottom, it just simply said, no explanation, no nothing, Shetland pony,
kangaroo.
That was it. And then someone who read it asked what question?
They wanted to know what size kangaroo. Remember that one? They wanted to know what kind, because they thought they were some kind of stuffed animals. They were going to go get us stuffed animals.
And didn't one guy want to know what we used the Shetland pony for?
Oh my God, I forgot. He thought it was part of the act.
But like a real Shetland pony, like he was
But a real
actually going
Shetland.
to go out and find a Shetland pony.
And rent us a Shetland pony for the day. Can you see that now?
I thought it was funny. And quite frankly, if he was going to rent one, nobody's renting me, a pot of coffee, right? Like that. Once it's mine forever, or at least until it's time to deposit it somewhere. So here's the deal. You get me a Shetland pony, you better be prepared to see it go back to Louisiana with me. And you?
We have room for a Shetland pony, but we don't have room for my crap.
Correct.
You're terrible. Just for that, I'm not taking the bathing suit on the next trip.
I'm really going to suffer. In November, December, and January, Rene's not going to bring her bathing suit to Kearney, Nebraska in January. Tears of a clown.
You are terrible. These people, do you see how mean he is to me? Please tell me. Somebody sees it. Oh, Shy Elizabeth, you know who that is, don't you?
I do.
We are so glad to see you, and I would love to see my great-grandson at some point. Remember the first time I told you I had a great-grandchild?
Do you think that we can put your great-grandson as part of our writer?
Wait, so he can ride the Shetland pony?
No, so he can come visit, like it'll be in our writer. If they're going to rent us a Shetland pony, at least they can do is let us visit with great-grandson.
Yeah. But it was funny because the first night we talked, Flip couldn't remember how old we were.
Well, so it's not my fault. In my defense,
I haven't heard you say that in a long time. It feels good because we just had our 35th anniversary.
But we count weeks, just so you know. It's not 35 years, 35 weeks.
No, because you didn't call for 35 years.
I know. I wanted you to want it.
Okay.
I keep telling you that. So the reason why I forget how old we are, I got a very, very, very late start. And I have one son, and my son is as old as Rene's youngest grandson. They're
correct.
basically the same age.
Right.
So I got a late start, and I forget that, other people, when they did it correctly, had kids younger.
Yeah. So it's funny. And he goes, you have kids, don't you? And I said, oh, yeah. My kids are 41, 43, and 45. And then I have 3 grandchildren who are like 29.
You don't know, do you?
One, I was trying to think because they were born in 97.
97 would be, 95 would be, 2005? It would be 30. So that'd be 28.
27, 28. Her birthday's on Christmas.
Okay. Oh, so 27 now.
27, 25, and 20.
Right.
And I said, and then I have a great-grandson, at which point I actually heard him gulp.
It was more of an audible gasp. I think.
And you worked really hard not to ask me how old I was. But I could hear you counting it.
I was using fingers. I didn't have an abacus.
Well, no, because you weren't old enough for one, but you were thinking I had one pretty close. You
I
were.
mean, not that it matters. It doesn't. But again, my kid is as
I
young
know.
as Renee's youngest
Well,
grandkid.
all you have to do is say great grandchild, and people go, "Oh," which is kind of what you did.
You didn't say great.
No, great grandchild. You went, uh.
So
And that was the first time I laughed hysterically at you.
so
It hasn't stopped in 35 weeks and 2 days.
which is very nice.
Yeah.
So we're gonna switch gears and say we went from the Dowd Center Theater in Monroe, North Carolina, and we decided to
Dip down.
dippity doing our way down to Orlando, Florida from North Carolina. It's just a dip, is all it is. So everything's a long story, but when Renee was living in Orlando, she was living with her son as her housemates.
My son and I were roommates.
And they have a German Shepherd, and the German Shepherd they have hates animals, hates them. And the German Shepherd I have
that we
now have hates animals, hates them. So we knew good and well that Renee and me and our dog going to her son's house was never going to happen because the dogs, one, it would be like Thunderdome. 2 go in, one goes out. Did you know Thunderdome's a movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
It's a Mad Max movie with Mel Gibson and Tina Turner.
Oh, I think I would like to see that.
Yeah,
one.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
So Thunderdome is like a bamboo kind of a dome.
Okay.
And when people go in to fight, and I think it's to the death, and then one comes out. So that's the
this one was, and not only that, but I have a lot of feral cats that live around the neighborhood, and somebody at my house fed them. So there's usually a lot of cats in the front yard. As a matter of fact, I think I sent you pictures of big potted plants.
Yep.
With cats sleeping in them, and it looks like I'm growing cats, which I always thought was kind of cute. Didn't you think those were cute?
It was adorable. Absolutely adorable. It was adorable.
Yeah, it is. They were really cute. So anyway, we knew that wasn't going to work. No.
So we tend, we tend to be in our own weird way, kind of positive. And, but like when we have an honest opinion that's positive, we'll tell you the honest opinion that's positive. When you have an honest opinion that's negative, we'll tell you the honest opinion that's negative. So
Orlando sucks is where we're coming to.
So I had to find a hotel for myself and the dog so Renee could go back and visit with her son.
I was going to spend the night at the house with my son and my old dog.
So I have never had a good experience booking a hotel in or near Orlando, maybe ever.
And this started back when you came to pick me up in July.
Well, for me personally, it started long before then, but this whole episode started in July. You're right. And so
because originally, while you were driving to come and pick me up, I was on the phone calling hotels.
Yeah.
And all I want to know is, what is the room rate? Are you pet friendly? And what is the pet fee?
And parking, just the basic stuff.
Basics.
So first of all, no one can answer a question. Everyone, and I'm generalizing only to a degree. This has been pretty consistent. Nobody can answer a question. Everybody we've spoken to on the phone has been absolutely snotty. And additionally, even when we look at the app and we try not to deal with people, the prices are outrageous. In one case, the room fee was like $130, but the pet fee was $150. So for one night for like a marginal hotel, it was like $250, $260.
Well, here's what made me angry was the night that I was calling for you. The desk clerks would be like, because I wanted them close to where I lived, right?
Yep.
So I was looking in a certain zip code and they'd go, well, you're right around the corner from Disney. So of course the prices are more expensive. And I go, look, you
idiot.
Okay. Idiot. I live in Orlando. I live at this part of Orlando. I know where your hotel is. Don't tell me you're around the corner from Disney because it will be almost an hour drive to get there. I called him so upset and he goes, "Don't worry about it. I got it. I'll just pull over and get on the app." And then
Thankfully,
he
no
called
police
me.
call. Thankfully, no police car surveilled me. But I did. I got off at a rest stop, and I pulled up the phone and I checked out the app and I found something. And it turns out it was absolutely horrible, wildly overpriced, horrible parking, and then poorly run and maintained. It was a nightmare of an experience. But I was there for one night, and I was there for a reason, which was to pick Rene up and pack the car as much as we could and to drive back to Lafayette. So now, fast forward from July, now it's October, and again, we know better. We're not going to stay, and I'm not going to stay anywhere in the Orlando area. So we're trying to figure out how far can we get out of Orlando, but it's still drivable enough for her son to come get her.
And to bring me back the next day.
So we're looking around. The prices are stupid. The people are rude.
And here's what we didn't realize either. Guess what week it was in Daytona Beach?
I believe it was Biketoberfest.
Biketoberfest. So they've already taken outrageously priced rooms and up the prices a little bit.
By the way, for those of you not in the Florida area or have not spent much time there, Daytona is roughly how far from Orlando?
Hour.
So
an hour northeast.
So on, I think, Interstate 4, is that 4?
Yes. 4.
So what you do is from Daytona, which is on I-95, you head I-4 to Orlando, which is about an hour. So from that entire corridor, prices are outrageous. But what I found equally as bad, poorly serviced, rude people, difficult to deal with, and just a miserable experience from start to finish.
Let me tell you what they did at his hotel where he was staying. I was waiting for my son to come and pick me up. Flip goes to his room, and I said, let's take the dog to the room, and I'll stay in your room with her. You go get your luggage, and you can get set up while I'm waiting for my son. Flip goes to use his room key, and the room keys don't work. So he goes to the front desk and goes, "Hey, my room keys don't work." They go, "Okay, we'll be right down to fix it."
Oh, so they came down and they were able to finagle it. I think they had to undo the lock or whatever to let us, when I say undo it, I mean literally take the lock off the door, to let us in the room. And they go, "We're going to fix the lock and we'll get you new keys. Your keys don't work." And I go, "Fine, that's great." So I'm now in the room with the dog. I can't leave because I don't have keys to get back in the room. So a little while later, like 20 minutes later, 15, 20 minutes later, there's a knock on the door and I answer it. And the guy goes, "Here's your keys." And he hands me 2 new keys, right? But he goes, "Oh, by the way, they don't work. In fact, my master key doesn't work. None of these work, but here's your keys. Thanks so much. We hope you enjoy your visit." I'm like, "Wait, well, like, why are you giving me keys when you've tried them first and you know they don't work? Like, why would you even knock on the door if they didn't work? Why didn't you fix the problem?"
Can I mention one thing?
Yeah.
And this is why when people say to us, "Oh, you're so lucky to be entertainers and you get to travel."
And we are. I love my job.
Yeah. And for 30 years, I loved it too. Don't get me wrong. And I'm very grateful for the life that I got to live.
I get it.
However, imagine this happening and you have a show where you have to be at a theater to do a show in an hour. And you can't get your luggage in your room because you can't get in and out of your room because the key doesn't work. You're going through all of this. And in the meantime, you're going, "Hey, they really want me to wear pants during this performance. And they're in my car. Could somebody maybe help me out?" Go ahead.
So
I'm sorry.
Then they came back a second time to fix it. They couldn't. Then Rene told me, she goes, "By the way, I was just in the lobby telling the desk manager the keys still don't work. And I happened to hear several people say that their cars had been towed because you had to stick whatever placard they gave you on the dash of your car, or they would tow your car. But I couldn't leave the room to put the placard in my car. And she said that some of the people complaining had parked there only 10 or 15 minutes before, and they hadn't had a chance to get their bags to the car.
Right.
So thankfully, the car wasn't towed.
But that does kink your colon up for a couple of seconds thinking about that.
Well, it was watertight, therefore, as long as was necessary. Back to you, Rene.
Is that an on the scene colon
Yes,
catastrophe?
on the scene colon report.
Okay.
With Rene Bray, your on the scene colon reporter.
So then my son gets there, and I can't handle Storm, our dog, the Road Comics Adventure
She's
dog.
90 pounds. She's really strong, and she's not the best leash.
But for some reason,
dog.
Ryan, my son, came to visit us when we were in Ocala. He takes a hold of the leash. She never pulled him once.
Nope.
No, she is bird dogging for him. She's out trying to find girls that he finds in traffic.
So here, was there more to this?
Miss you, Rene Bray. I miss you too, Christopher. We got to go do some patrolling. But of course, I know Joe Coy is one of your favorite comedians. And I saw you had put another favorite comedian that you were going to see. So I won't say anything ugly about that, but here's to your favorite comedians.
Oh, wait.
That aren't me.
Are we doing the one finger salute?
Yes, we are. We're going. But anyway, so my son gets there and he takes the dog out and takes her out, walks her all over the place. He was gone, what, a good 40 minutes.
Yeah.
He still doesn't have the keys. We come back in and I say to the room manager, do you have his room keys yet? Oh, no, ma'am. We're getting on that right away. No, we're already past right away.
Yeah, we got the we're doing it right away thing 2 or 3 times minimum, right?
Yeah. To the place where my son goes, would you two, he didn't say idiots, but he kind of inferred it, didn't he?
A little bit.
A little bit. He's in customer service. So he's like, do you want me to take care of this? And we're like, no, because then Flip and Storm are not going to have any place to stay.
Yeah, I needed the place for overnight. But beyond the room thing. So I was hungry, hadn't eaten all day. So I decided,
oh my God.
I got a menu from the front desk. It was for Chinese food. So I called the place up and I ordered something and they go like, I'm going to try not to exaggerate. She goes, it's like $35. And I go, wait, this one item is $8.95. And she goes, well, it's now $10.95. I go, all right. I go, this other item is $7.95. She goes, well, now it's $9.95. I go, okay, well, let's use your math. $7.95 is 8. $10.95 is 11. 8 and 11 is 19. She goes, well, delivery charge. And I go, okay, well, how much is the delivery charge? And she goes, $3.50. I go, well, 19 and $3.50 isn't 35. And she goes, you've got the wrong menu. You've got an old menu. I go, yeah, but I said to you that, it was like $8.95 and you said it was $10.95, right? And she goes, yeah. I go, what's the real price? She goes, $10.95. Okay. Then I said this was like $7.95 and you go, no, it's $9.95. So what's today's price? She goes, $9.95. I go, okay. So 9 and 11 or 9 and 10, whatever it was. I go, and what's the delivery fee? And she goes, $3.50. I'm like, yeah, dude, we're talking about $22.50, $23. She goes, it's $35. I go, can you explain to me how? And she goes, that's the price. Take it or leave it. And I'm like, I said things that I don't know what the translation is in another language, but in American, in English, it wasn't pretty. I got mad. And so I hung up. You saw me hang up. That's one of those times where having a cell phone.
You really wanted to slam the receiver down.
This, like pushing the button on a cell phone is not nearly as satisfying as slamming a phone down. So what the hell just...
I burnt the shit out of my mouth.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'll be back. That coffee was really hot.
Oh, shoot. So
go ahead, tell the story.
So anyway, so I hung up with her And then I got Papa John's, and they were equally unfriendly, but at least their prices were their prices. So that was that. All I'm saying is, look, I know that a lot of people love Orlando. They go there for Disney World, they go there for Universal, they go over there for SeaWorld, and whatever else Orlando has to offer. So I get the attractions. That said, I've never had a good hotel experience that I can remember. I find the people that I've dealt with over there to be really, really, really snotty, really unhelpful, and really difficult to deal with. So for me, I'm not apt to bring my entertainment dollars to the Orlando area. I'll work there. I'll do shows there. I'll happily do shows there. But as far as my hard-earned money to go spend there, I don't support bad customer service
No, and
and gouging.
the only hotels I remember having good experiences with, like when I had family come into town or friends or anything, were over by SeaWorld, and we're gonna try those the next time for you. But I don't know if they're pet friendly. We're gonna have to call over there and maybe try there. If you are in Orlando, from Orlando, or been there and had an excellent hotel experience, first of all, if it's a Disney property, we're not going.
No.
Because Disney did nothing to help me during trying to protect children from sex offenders.
Which is the most important thing. And then way down the list of important, secondly, they're wildly expensive. They're really expensive.
And I don't support a lot of their initiatives.
Yeah.
So let's just go with that. So we don't want to stay at a Disney property is what we're saying.
Right. And you know what? Again, I'm not opposed to going to Orlando. I'm not opposed to being in Orlando. I don't want to be gouged, and I don't want to be treated like garbage, and I don't want to be treated like that they're doing me the favor by being the customer. Nobody needs to kiss my butt, but don't treat me like, I shouldn't be there.
Right.
And I'm annoying to them.
Right. It's pretty embarrassing to me as somebody who lived there to go, this was really awful.
Yep. That experience, and not the first time. But in either case, so we went to Orlando. Rene had a lovely visit with her son.
We did have a good time, and I brought back clothes that fit.
She brought back some baking goods. So we ended up today with a pineapple laced angel food cake. What?
Did you like it?
It was delicious.
I'm happy. First thing he's had me bake for him besides the pralines. You like those too?
I did. Pineapple angel food cake. That's what's for dinner.
It was for dinner tonight. Yeah. We'll do better tomorrow.
We need to. Oh, you know what? I'm making scampadoo, scaroo. I'm pounding the chicken for me and for you. I got some chicken breasts, and I'm going to pound the crap out of them, and then I'm going to scampify them. And if I was off key, and I probably was, I apologize. On that note,
here's what's funny, and I'm going to let you guys, because most of these people are my friends, or my friends, or your friends, or our friends, or they've been to our shows, or whatever. Today was not a great day.
It's like all things in life. You have good days and less good days, and today was not on the top of the rung of the ladder of great days, but it was
well, yeah, but I started out breakfast this morning going, I don't know what's wrong. I had terrible dreams last night. I'm going for a walk. And he's like, okay.
And I was like, Snackles, exit stage left.
and then I'm calling all these theaters And you call them and you call them and you leave messages because nobody's working anymore. And then you find out that this beautiful theater that just a couple of months ago was doing beautiful shows, and they go, well, because the government's closed down, we're not getting any government money. So now we're only renting the theater out. Do you want to rent the theater? No, we don't. We want
Yeah,
to. We're not in the rental business.
We're not in the rental business. No.
No, we are not renting a room. A lot of entertainers will do that. They will rent the room. That means that the theater just kind of is there and opens the doors.
Yeah, it's like renting like a ballroom at any hotel.
Yeah,
No better, no worse.
No, and we're just not going to do that. And to find out that they've blown, and this business model is not going to work,
I don't think,
for them. It's going to be horrible. It was just kind of a really sad, crappy day, and I decided to make our little pineapple
laced.
I like that.
Yeah.
Pineapple laced angel food cake. And look at him. Do you think it'll hurt him to eat more angel food and less devil food?
No, I like me some devil food.
I know.
I'm just saying.
But look how good the night turned out. And you know why? That's because we got to spend it with you guys. We actually love doing the podcast.
I think we love doing the podcast way more than the people who don't watch like it.
As much as I care whether people watch.
And we do.
And we really do. By the way, if you haven't subscribed.
Oh, great segue.
See, that's a real segue. That's not some of the shit you pull out of your ass and call it and go, ooh, it's a segue. It's kind of like you with the countdown that just comes out everywhere. Anyway, we'd appreciate it if you would like our podcast, share the podcast,
you keep getting so low.
Or subscribe to our podcast. If you guys would do that, we'd really appreciate it. We think it helps.
Well, it helps us. We don't know if it helps the algorithm, but you know what?
We don't makes us feel better.
We don't understand algorithms, so help us, help you, help us. That'd be nice.
So we can have more of this on the air.
Oh, we'd like to do this more than once a week. How's that sound?
Well, better tonight than the other night when we were in the hotel after we did the show at the Dow.
Oh, that didn't come out good.
No,
it was funny, but
it was kind of a nightmare because we were eating cookies. We ate fast food.
Yeah, I think we already talked about it, but if you're in North Carolina, South Carolina, or Georgia, I think Kentucky also.
Kentucky, because Cheyenne.
Yeah,
my granddaughter talked about
fast food chain called Cookout.
Oh,
as the French say,
ooh la la,
ooh la la, for the Cookout. Really reasonably priced, wildly reasonably priced, great food, really good tasting. The
fries were really good.
Amazing. Tons of really interesting and fun shakes, if you like shakes. So again, those like the sort of the mid-Atlantic?
Yeah.
Cookout is amazing.
And we had Mrs. Haynes's cookies.
Yeah, which
the
was
butterscotch. Oh, they were really good.
Yeah. But for some reason, we're doing a lot of food videos. We did the chili on Ritz, yummy. We did the I think the Haynes cookies.
Oh, well,
didn't we?
We had to because we're doing the podcast and shoving them down our throat.
Evidently, because the big money shot is when you're actually eating, like a beaver.
We did. You did the pineapple angel food cake.
Oh my God! In like 15 minutes or so, just eating pineapple laced angel food cake got like 300 views. I mean, again, it's not Joe Rogan numbers, obviously, but like in 15 minutes, just like eating cake, and people are like, oh, I can't get enough of that. I want to watch that cake eating video again. So thank you for watching that.
We appreciate it. We enjoy. We've kind of decided, and
what did we decide?
We decided we're going to enjoy everything we do.
Yeah, why not?
And I finally got him to sightsee, really sightsee, not sightsee at 70 miles an hour with me going, but there it was.
You know what? There's nothing wrong, in my opinion, with sightseeing at 70. However, getting out of the car to go to the state fair was fun. Getting out of the car to visit the deputies and the sheriff in Richland County was a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm starting to see the value of getting out of the car. One of our future trips, we're going to get out of the car where? That's rhetorical because you don't know what I'm thinking. At one of the Lodge cast iron, either factories or factory outlet
When
stores.
we're in Smyrna, Tennessee. Remember, I booked that for us, and I believe that's on January 30th.
I cook in a few other things also, but my favorite is cooking in cast iron, and I only have cast iron from Lodge. They're not sponsors. Our only sponsor tonight, Funnels Are Us. But I do, you know what? Lodge is made in the U.S. They're really reasonably priced, and they hold up, and so I'm a huge fan of Lodge. Anyway, on that note, what do you think, Rene?
I have asked Flip, because he is such a good cook, and we do post almost all your food. Your food's been nothing but fabulous.
We don't necessarily do the actual cooking of the food, but like we were told early on, people like food posts.
Videos and eating, and
so we'll post pictures and videos of
and because we'll go, oh damn, you already fixed it. That's when we go, oh, we should have found that.
But you know what? We've also done food posts like at hotel breakfasts, especially when we had the Wheel of Spices, which we still have, by the way. Shoo! What's the Wheel of Spice?
Whee!
So
those, and just showing you how we live our life at the hotels and having some fun and things you can do, if you guys are travelers.
So we may, I don't know if you'd be interested, but we may actually do some videos of cooking meals, whether it's the pineapple laced angel food or the scamperoo, which we're gonna, I think, make tomorrow.
But I want Flip to start entering some food cooking competitions.
Oh, I'll get my ass kicked.
Who cares? Let's go have some fun.
It'll be fun because here's the deal. I know it tastes good to me. I don't know why it tastes good. I don't know how this thing interacts with that thing. I know that you're supposed to put salt in a lot of stuff, but I don't know how much or why or even when. I know that everything requires some acid to bring out the sugar. But so like I cook to taste. And I could be 100% right. I could be 50% right. I could be absolutely wrong. I don't know, but it's something we enjoy, as does my son. So if I enter a cooking competition, they're going to look at me like I'm an idiot. But nonetheless, it tastes good. It tastes good to me.
You know, I care very deeply about you, right?
You want to tase me? Go ahead.
But I really care about you a lot. But if you think that we're out doing stuff and people aren't looking at you like you're an idiot, you would be wrong. So we would just be right at home in a cooking competition. We can't go back to Costco.
Don't just talk amongst yourselves. You don't need to.
They have video of you at the security desk leaping into the box of soft things and then going, you're not filming me, are you?
I couldn't get out. Anyway, it's getting late. Shall we?
Well, you do all the crap.
I want to eat cake.
Oh, we do have a whole nother cake. Oh my God, we went long today.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, there's Daddy-O. Hey,
Daddy-O.
Daddy-O. Hey, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but I did the videos for announcing the podcast.
How do you keep getting so I swear to you, my God. Wait a minute.
Okay, well, that makes me happy. This is the way
Yeah.
I like doing it.
This is my favorite look of me. I'm one hot man.
It's
Why do you make why do you make me do this? This is horrible.
make you do. I have not made you
No,
do
it's otherwise we look
anything.
like Mutt and Jeff, for God's sakes. I don't as is, I mean, I'm just this side of not even being able to reach the salad bar.
So, Daddy-O, I just want you to know that I was the one that did the promos today on all the social media for the podcast tonight, and I actually called it Daddy-O time.
She did. So that was for you.
That was for you. I didn't spell it
Sir.
correctly.
That's
But
right.
we are glad to have you. We're glad to have Marla Joe. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you, even Christopher Jackson, although he says I'm his favorite comedian.
Joe Coy lover.
Joe Coy lover, favorite comedian.
And also always to Jeremiah.
Oh my God, Jeremiah, you're the best. I hope you will come and see us in Winter Haven. I want to sell out that show. So if you want, you can start calling the Historic Ritz and get
Winter
your
Haven,
seats
Florida.
ready.
Is that April? That's April. Is that April?
April 17th.
I believe it is.
I believe it is. And just think how small we'll be because we're going to be walking. We're starting to work out.
Oh, I thought you meant short, like we're slumpers. No, you mean svelte.
I'm talking this way. Not
Yeah,
this way.
we're gonna
but
be-
we're getting old, so
we're
we're
gonna-
shortening up too.
We're going to look like walking commas. But I'm not going to talk about back issues because I could use the wrong term and end up looking like an a-hole. Anyway, it's getting late. Thank you, everyone. Please subscribe and blah, 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 and all this stuff. Do social media stuff with us, for us, to us. And we'll be posting all week long. We'll be back here to do the podcast. Next Tuesday, the regular bat time, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 4 Daddy-O time. All right? I'm going to end the stream here. Then I'm going to end the stream there. And we're going to say goodnight. So, everybody on YouTube, good night.